Good morning, Scituate. It's Monday, July 7th, and we hope you had a great holiday weekend. I'm Jamie Gilmore, Clerk of the Scituate Select Board, along with Town Administrator Jim Boudreau, and this is your weekly news update. A few items before I turn it over to Jim. First, it is a busy week on the government meeting side, with several meetings every night this week. Visit ScituateMass.gov for a listing of all, along with agendas and how you can attend. I'll briefly mention the Scituate Select Board meeting tomorrow night. That's Tuesday. It starts at 6:30 p.m. at the Town Hall. There are a number of items on the agenda, including a preview of August's big Heritage Day celebration. Of course, you can watch the meeting in person or on Zoom. Also on Tuesday night, the Knights of Columbus bring the 2025 Carnival to town. It starts Tuesday night at 7 p.m., runs until 11 p.m. down at the Cole Parkway, and it continues at those same times through Saturday. It will feature rides, games, great food. And remember that Friday and Saturday night, the event also features fireworks. They will start at about 10 o'clock on both nights. That's not the only big summer event happening this week. On Wednesday, the library kicks off its summer music series. This is the sixth annual year for this series, very successful, at 6 p.m. on the library's lawn. They'll host Hula La, Hula La, there's a good one, as the first act in this year's series. Hula La is a Hawaiian music group that brings beats from Jamaica, Trinidad, and Hawaii. These concerts are great for everyone. Bring a chair, a blanket, swing by the library Wednesday night at 6 o'clock and enjoy listening. Finally, on this coming Saturday, Scituate Beach Commission will hold its next beach cleanup event. This one happens at Hummerock Beach. It goes from 10 a.m. till noon. You don't need to bring anything except your pretty self. The commission provides bags, grabbers, and gloves. Simply show up and help get our beaches clean with your neighbors, again, from 10 a.m. until noon this Saturday. And with that, I'll turn it over to Jim Boudreau.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Gilmore. We're going to start with the weather. We're going to have a couple of hot days again today and tomorrow. As usual, town buildings are open if residents want to come in and cool off. Town Hall is open at 4:45 tonight and 7:30 tomorrow night. You can stay later if you want to come to the select board meeting. The Town Hall is open at 7:30. The library is open at 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. both days. Council on Aging is open 8:30 to 4:30, and the Harbor Master's office is open if you're in the harbor and need to get cool. For our water usage, Tack Factory Pond is even this week. Last week we were plus 0.25. The reservoir's at minus 7.5. That's down from last week's minus 3. Wow. Rainfall of last week was 0.18 inches, and average daily demand was 1.837 million gallons a day, up very slightly from last week's 1.827. Work is still being done on the iron and manganese contactors that were impacted last week by a pipe break at the old plant. Electricians will be on site today to ascertain whether or not the electronics that control the contactors are still working or need to be replaced. We will update you on that hopefully tomorrow night at the select board meeting. Town's annual water ban is in effect. Scituate Water Department has posted the annual water conservation measures to allow for outdoor watering before 9 a.m. and after 5 p.m. between May 1st and September 30th. Also between May 1st and September 30th, automatic irrigation systems may be used only one day per week as designated by voting precinct. This week, the Water Department will start issuing warnings to people who are violating the water ban. And then next week, we will start issuing citations for people who are in violation. In addition, based on water usage, the Water Department will be at the select board meeting tomorrow night to discuss when the department will issue tier 2 water restrictions on the town. So please keep an eye out on that. More DPW updates paving this week. TL Edwards is going to begin paving Maple between Grove and First Parish tomorrow. Later in the week, paving will take place on Creelman Drive, Pratt Road, Bishop's Lane, Boulder Lane, and Puritan Drive. And crews will also finish work on Longley and Ermine. This paving will take place weather dependent. Mr. Gilmore did mention the Knights of Columbus Carnival down in the harbor at Cole Parkway this week. I do want to add that there are different traffic patterns now that the carnival is in place. They started this morning. Behind CVS will now be two-way traffic for the duration of the carnival. So please be aware of that and be careful of pedestrians in that area. It's going to be a busy week, so please be extra careful if you're driving down in the Cole Parkway. One more update we want to give you on things to be aware of. We have residents that have reported seeing lion's mane jellyfish at both Peggotty and Egypt Beach over the weekend. They're dark in color. They resemble seaweed. These jellyfish can't sting you if you come into contact with them, so please steer clear. Lifeguards are aware, and they will post signs if the jellyfish are at that particular beach on that day. Situate Planning Board is seeking an alternate member. They're accepting applications. The position is for the ensuing term from appointment until town elections in 2026. The position will be appointed by a joint meeting of the Planning Board and the Select Board later on this summer. Letters of interest and resumes should be sent to Patty Lambert and the Situate Planning Board by July 15th. As I mentioned last week, the Scituate tennis courts over at the high school are now open. They look great. There are some punch list items that we need to finish up, but the courts are open and available for play. Please remember there's no skateboarding, rollerblading, or roller hockey allowed on the tennis courts. These activities will damage the court surface, so please, those courts are for tennis play only. If you wish to play pickleball, we do have pickleball courts now set up at the old gates behind the recreation department. Finally, for this week, the gas line work on Jericho Road has started up again, so please use caution if you're transiting the area of Jericho Road. That is what I have for today. I hope everybody has a great week.